Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Mastermind. I'm Paul Baxter, Implementation Coach for the Mortgage Mastermind Group. Definitely here to help you grow. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Got a great class for you today. We've been talking a lot about personal branding and things like that, and social media comes into the forefront a lot of times when we're discussing things, and Facebook specifically. The reality of it is Facebook can go a long way in helping you deliver and bring your personal brand to the forefront. But you really want to do it in an efficient way and do it in a way that's really going to save you time, but also help you focus on your target group. You know, we did a class yesterday. It was kind of a shorter class, but our entire class was focused on the big three, making sure you've got you're managing and marketing to your database in an effective manner. And today's class kind of ties in with that because you can utilize social media and Facebook specifically and some of the tools that Facebook has given to you automatically to be able to grow that brand even stronger, develop those relationships even stronger, and really focus on the big three while doing it. So we're talking today about Facebook as a tool, preparing and understanding time-saving tools. And some of this stuff may be somewhat basic to some of you guys. Some of it may be somewhat advanced to some of you guys, but this is the things that you need to be focused on within your business in terms of utilizing Facebook and social media and how to do it the right way without having to waste a whole lot of time and spend all this effort and get very little return. So every Facebook guru out there is going to tell you, and some of you guys I see who's on the call with us today, I know for a fact some of you guys have listened to some of the gurus out there, and they all will tell you the same exact thing. The key to generating business on Facebook is creating engagement. That's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, you got to get people talking back and forth. You post something, people respond to it. That's kind of a no-brainer. And they always say it as if it were like this easy thing to do. But we're all realists, and the truth is if you don't have an easy way of doing it without spending hours and hours focused on what to say and how to say it, it can be downright difficult to generate that kind of engagement on Facebook. And so the first thing that you've got to do, in my personal opinion, and this is going to save you a ton of time in focusing on who to engage with, and that's a big piece of the puzzle. It's not just about, let me go backwards one, it's not just about massive engagement, it's about engaging with the right people. And so the first thing that you must do is save a ton of time is create lists, and that's a tool that Facebook's created to allow people to focus on conversations with specific groups of people, like your high school reunion friends, or your referral network, or your clients, or your prospective referral network. And so to create your lists, and we're going to get a little bit technical here, so I want you guys to follow along, take notes if you have to. Please keep in mind right now, you are going to get a copy of this PowerPoint presentation included with the recording on the membership site. You don't have to stop and do this as I'm going, because you may get lost as there's a couple of slides that it may go kind of quickly, and I don't want you to get lost and miss a step. So understand, take some notes if you need to, but understand you're going to have the PowerPoint to go with this presentation on the recording, so you can follow along step by step through the PowerPoint, because I'm going to show you each and every click and every button. All right, so you're going to start on your home page. Notice I'm just on my home page on my regular old news feed. Down here on the left-hand side, you've got a section that says Friends. Whether you've ever created a list or not, it does not matter. You've got a section on the left-hand side of your home screen, not your profile, not your timeline, your home screen. On the left-hand side, you're going to have a button you're going to have a section that says Friends, whether you've created lists or not, and when you hover over that, you're going to get the option that says More. You don't see More until you hover over that line right there. You hover over it, and then you'll see More. When you click on More, it's going to bring you into this screen. It'll show Friends. Now, if you've already created lists, and by default, based on you signing up with like your high school, if you set up with your high school, if other people have tagged their high school, it's going to create lists for you, other employers, that you've had, people in similar groups. You're going to have some by default lists. But most of you, if you haven't created a list before, yours will be kind of empty. But it'll start here. You can always see all friends, but what we're going to focus on is create lists. Later on in the presentation, I'm going to show you what those lists, and you'll have different settings for each one of your lists as you create them. For now, we're going to focus on create lists. That's the first step. After you've gone to more, under your friends section on the left-hand side of your home screen, you go to more, you're going to create list. When you go to create list, this is the box that pops up. You simply name your list. Prospect agents. These are agents, obviously, of the big three. This list is going to be the prospective referral partners. And of course, you can do this with your friends on Facebook. Yes, before the question comes in, because I just anticipated it as I'm thinking about this, you must be friends with someone to add them to a list. You can't add people that you're not friends with to a list. Just want to clarify that up front. And don't worry, we're going to cover today how to add friends to be able to add more and more people to your lists. Okay, so you're going to name your list. This one is my prospect agents. So then I start, who are the members of this list? You can start, if you know people, names right off the top of your head that are on your friends list that you'd like to be part of this list, you can start typing in their name. And all the MAR, Marks, Don Martin, and Armando Martinez. Mark Rasmussen is who I was looking for. He's a top real estate agent down in the Sarasota area. He does upwards of 25 to 30 transactions a year. I'm adding him to my prospect agents. Boom. It's that simple. Okay? Once you've added all of your members, and notice as I selected Mark, then I started typing in the next name, Bethany. That one came up. I selected her name from the list. You simply click on them and they add them with that little piece. And I can remove people from this list too. But once you've added all the people that you want to that specific list, you simply click Create. Now when you click Create, the first thing that it does automatically is it takes you to a news feed of that list. What I mean by that is I am now looking at prospect agents, and the news feed, if I keep scrolling down, the news feed that I'm seeing is only the activity, only the posts, the things that are going on with people that are within that list. Do you see how that can shorten your time of engaging with the right people, making sure that you're liking, commenting, sharing the things that your top agents and your referral partners are interested in, and making sure you're sharing that information? You can do it all from one spot by seeing only a news feed of the people that are in that list. Now some other buttons to understand: manage list. All this does is it allows you to rename the list. You can add or delete people from the list, or you can delete the list itself from this drop down. One of the cool things I want to focus on, notice over here on the side, it's added, these are my other lists. So if I want to see all my past clients now, I'm looking at prospect agents, I've engaged with some people here. Now I want to see what all my past clients are doing. I simply click that list right here. And that would show me a news feed of all my past clients right there. Now a really cool thing that I wanted to highlight over here on the left-hand side, and I've got a slide for it. This is a quick, easy way to add people to the list, and it has list suggestions. Now, because I've only got 4 people to the list suggestions are somewhat limited, but it is intuitive, meaning that the more people you have on the list, it's going to find people who are in your friends list that maybe meet some of the criteria based on being agents, or they're interested in the same stuff, or they're part of the same group. They'll show them as list suggestions. And so to add a list suggestion, you see one. Like I wanted to add Rick Morris, so I click on his name. Oh, I didn't take the picture of that slide? I thought I took a picture of a slide where it showed that now there are 5 people on my list. It literally is that simple to add people to a list when you're looking at the newsfeed view of that particular list. It's very simple to do, guys. Very simple to do. So your focus is on the big 3, current referral partners, prospective referral partners, clients. Create your list in Facebook for those people specifically. and then use this little ninja trick to make it easy to see their activity. Are you guys ready for the ninja trick? Everybody's caught up? Are there any questions about how to set up a list first before I show you my little ninja trick? So let me pause right here real quick because a question just popped up, and I want to make sure that before I show you the ninja trick that goes with lists, that you guys know how to create a list. No, Bill, that was I covered that, and I knew that question was going to come in. No, you cannot add people to a list that are not friends. You have to be friends with them in order to add them to a list. You do have to be friends with them. And don't worry, Bill, I'm going to cover in this class today, I'm going to cover a couple of really easy ways to go through and add new prospect agents and, you know, finding your clients and things like that. I'm going to show you how to build your list a little bit bigger, how to add more friends, basically. So the ninja trick, once you've built your list, what you're going to do is you're going to start by going again from the beginning. You go where on your home page where your friends are on the left-hand side, you're going to click more, and then by the more button, once you're in there and you've created a list, if you click the little sprocket right here, the little gear, what it does is it gives you two options. You can delete the list, obviously, but the other option is add to favorites. Now, what add to favorites does is it adds it right up here when you click home. This is the very top of the screen. And now my prospect agents view is right here, easy for me to navigate to. So the thing that you want to do is you want to add your favorites, and you want to have all three of your big three here so you can quickly look at a news feed of just the three groups that you're most in where it's most important for you to engage with. This is also going to really help you in separating your private Facebook page and engagements with your work-related stuff. Now, I don't recommend that you keep stuff separate. I think it's a good idea to always keep it public, and because your friends are your biggest support group, they're going to love everything that you do. That's going to help you with engagement. It also gives the prospective agents and the agents that you're working with and your clients a glimpse into your personal life. And people want to get to know you on a personal level, especially goes really, really well with helping you develop those deep relationships. Okay, that being said, the ninja trick is to, again, you go into your more section, you click on the gear, you add to favorites, and that's going to put it right there over here on the left-hand side all the way at the top, very easy to navigate to, and you've got all three of your lists there that you want to look at, just the news feed of that, of those people on that list, really, really easy to navigate to. Okay? Makes it nice and easy. So, oh, did my picture get in the way? Well, this little picture got in the way. Hold on, let me get to that. I want to move this because I say some great stuff. Let me save that. And let me start from there again. Okay, so if you're friends with them, that's really awesome. It's easy to build the list. As Bill pointed out, yeah, but I can't add people that are not friends with me to that list. Like I said, you've got to become friends with them to do this strategy or to implement the list, and making the list is really going to help you focus in on engaging with the right people. So how do you build that list? Well, the first thing you do is you go find your target list of prospective agents. You go find out who it is that your targets are. I hope that you have no issue if they are current referral partners. I didn't put anything in here about if they're current referral partners. Because if they're current referral partners and you haven't become friends with them on Facebook, shame on you. You absolutely need to become friends with them. I didn't put anything in here because that's easy to become friends with them on Facebook if they're current referral partners. They're doing business with you. You've got a semblance of a relationship there. Simply send them a friend request or whatever it takes. Go find them on Facebook. You're probably friends with most of your current referral partners already, so I don't have anything in here on that. I don't have anything in here on going and becoming friends with your past clients and your client list, because it's just like your referral partners. You should already, that should be one of the first things that you do. I know Alan Gross talks about it all the time when he gets a new opportunity. Some of the first things he does is he gets those send out cards ready to go, but he also goes and he friends them on Facebook, and he also sends them a connection request on LinkedIn, and that goes for business, referral partner, or client type lead situation. It's important to be doing that all the time. What I'm focused on here are the prospective referral partners. They maybe don't know who you are yet, and you're looking for a way to add them to your, become friends with them on Facebook so you can add them to your list and work on them. So first thing you got to do is find your targets. Now I'm just showing an example here of utilizing the Real Trends, America's Best. I found Lindsay Fox here. She's in the Tampa area with Berkshire Hathaway. She's got 89 sides in 2013, and I chose her because she's got her Trulia profile link there. So when I click on it, I've got a nice image. I've got a good idea of what Lindsay looks like. I've got her name, and I've also got her phone number just in case I need it. That's the first part that you got to do, is kind of get a good idea of what your target looks like a little bit. Do a little search for them. Do a Google search even. But on Facebook, what you want to do is I typed in her first and last name, comma, and my state. I don't know if there's 1,000 Lindsay Fox all over the excuse me, all over the great state of Florida, and I didn't, or all over the great United States, and I wanted to kind of narrow it down. So it just so happened when I typed in her name in Florida, she's the only option. That picture is obviously the same person as that picture, short hair, same style, just a little more natural, more comfortable picture. This one's obviously her publicity picture. Now, if you do that and you find the person right away, you can simply click their name from right there. Most of the time, you're going to need to do the full search, and if you do the full search, that just means clicking this gray bar on the bottom line. So you type in the name, comma, the state, and on the bottom you click on the gray bar. Now when you click on the gray bar, it's going to bring you up all the results, and by default it starts with posts. So it's looking for the word Lindsay, the word folks, and the word Florida, and all these different posts, right? That's a lot. And so you change your view from posts, you click on people, and then it's going to show you all the people that are named Lindsay Folks in their name, and it can, sometimes it shows combinations, sometimes it does not. Like if they have a middle name or a maiden name or something like that. And then you look for that person. It's not 100% accurate. No, I'm not going to say that it is. But it is quite accurate. And I was able to find Lindsay right away. And from this view, I can simply click the Add Friend button. Okay? Very simple to do. You can... Here's the general rule of thumb, what I have found on Facebook. Out of 10 people that you request to become friends, usually about 7 of them are going to accept that friend request. You know as well as I do, look at people's numbers. 1,000 friends, 603 friends. I'll show you in just a minute. 887 friends. I don't know what mine is. I think it's somewhere near 300 or 400 at this point. I don't have 300 or 400 friends, you guys and girls. I'm here to tell you right now. And people friend, it's growing networks, and Lindsay is doing business. She's got she does not hide in her profile. She's, she puts her business and what she does for her living on her profile. She's looking to grow her network. I think when I clicked on it, I can't remember. Did I click on it? How many friends did it show that she had? It didn't show me right off the bat, but I think it was in like the 700 range. So you can click right to her profile and add friend too. But most people are going to accept your friend request just out of growing their own network. It's what you do after that. It's that adding them to the list and then engaging with them. Going through, and I'll show you a formula here in just a little bit. So the top producers tend to hang out with top producers. Would you guys agree with that statement? Successful people tend to hang out with other like-minded individuals. It's it's the nature of it. It's what people do. And they know who their competition is. And a lot of times they'll be friends with one another on Facebook. So here's a little ninja tactic to find prospective referral partners that maybe weren't already on your radar, or maybe were on your radar and you're having trouble finding them. Either way, you can use this little ninja tactic. So the first thing you do, again, is you go to your little friends section and you click on that More button. When you get to the More button, instead of Create a List this time, you're going to go to See All Your Friends. And as you scan through all your friends, you're going to find your referral partners in that list. So here's a local real estate agent, Ryan Ricard. He owns Excelcor Realty. He does about 25 transactions a year. 603 friends. So I click on, if I hover over the friends underneath, I don't have to click on his name and go to his friends that way. I can simply just hover on his 603 friends, click on it, and now I can scan through his whole friends list. Up at the top, it's going to begin with any mutual friends that you have, and it just so happens that we have like 27 mutual friends together. Now, there's also some people like Chris Sensei that we have 28 mutual friends together. He's friends with Ryan. If I click the friend button here, he's gonna accept my friend thing. But I also found another realtor, Rick Barker, of real estate agent at Excelcor Group. I happen to know that Rick Barker does about 10 to 12 transactions a year. That's a good one to go ahead and friend. He's now a friend. I can send him a friend request, and when he accepts it, which he likely will, because we're connected through Ryan, he'll see that we have a mutual friend in Ryan. He'll accept that friend request. And when he accepts that friend request, boom, I add him to my prospect agent list, and I can now engage with Rick Barker in a way that no other loan officer is engaging with him in. It's a great little ninja tactic on growing the number of people that are on your prospect agent list. Again, we don't need to talk about how to grow the number of friends that are on your current referral partner list. Every single one of the people who are your current referral partners, you ought to be friends with them on Facebook already. The same thing holds true for your client list. Every time you get a new prospect or a lead that's a loan prospect or lead, send them a friend request right away. First things first, get them a friend request. Become their friend on Facebook. All of your past clients, even if you haven't done it in the past and you've got people that are 2 years old, look for them on Facebook. Send them a friend request. How do you know the number of transactions on each of these agents in your area? Ryan Ricard, I happen to know the transactions on him specifically because I had a conversation with him about the end of December, specifically about that. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but he had called me. He knows what I do for a living, and he happens to fish also, so we're kind of connected in that way. He knows that I work with a lot of lenders, and he was calling me to ask if I had a local lender that I knew very well and trusted. He needs a good lender that can get deals done, that's going to be there for him, saying all the right things. I referred him someone. 2 weeks later, when I asked him about it, hey, how's it going? Did you get a chance to meet with so-and-so yet? I was told that so-and-so never followed up on the referral that I gave him. Now, I know for a fact, because I asked Ryan, what's he doing, him personally, his own production. Oh, okay, what about the people in your office? That's when he told me about his top guy is Rick Barker. Rick Barker does about, he's good for at least one deal every month, and I've got a couple of people that do one every other month in my office. So that's how I know those people's numbers. Above and beyond that, James, I utilized for the sample we showed earlier with Lindsay Fox, and I know she does about 89 sides, which is that's 45 full transactions a year. I know that because she is on the America's Best for the Tampa Bay area for lenders by sides, or excuse me, individuals by sides, as being number 77 in the state with 89 sides. So I kind of dug her, decided I was going to check her out on Trulia, got all of her contact information, and that's how I got the friend request there. But then I search through and find other agents with my ninja trick by going to a friend that I know and going and checking out who they're hanging out with, because I know that like-minded individuals hang out together. I know that top producers are buddies with other top producers. It's just what's going on. So I go and look for those. So great, I can organize my big three to engage with them on Facebook. Woohoo! But what do you say? Hold on, there's a question coming through. I don't know of any publication that would list the number of sites from 20 to 50, but the other one you can use that I showed is Homes.com, and Homes.com will show you the number of listings that they currently have, which is a good indicator that they're active or inactive. MLS would be your best bet for those 20 to 50 sides type people, though, James, so you can narrow it in and be specific. So what do you say on Facebook? And the answer that most of the gurus are going to tell you, they're going to give you a couple of different answers usually, and I've listened to them all say the same thing. It's funny to hear it, because you listen to one guru and you listen to the next. They say the same thing, but maybe in a little bit different way, and they'll always say, well, what are you interested in, or what are your fans interested in? That's always the comeback. Well, that's mostly true, but if you just talk about golf or fishing, how will they ever know that you're like that you do mortgages, or how will they know that you're serious about the mortgage business? Or your fans will be interested in different things. I mean, that's a given. Some may like fishing and some may hate golf. So what if you post about golf? Are you going to alienate half of your? So what do you really post that's going to engage all the different groups that you've got, and still focus on engagement that creates true engagement, that still allows you to do some, talk about the serious side of your business? So use the Facebook formula. Some of you on the call, I recognize were on the class that we did called Facebook Formula. Highly recommend that you check out the Facebook Formula class in the Daily Archive, Daily Mastermind Archive on the member site. But the Facebook formula is basically this. Monday is motivation day. That's what you post on Monday, something motivational. Tuesday, something funny, something that tickles the funny bone. Wednesday, industry update. Thursday is a question, a survey, or a fill in the blank, something that asks people to respond to it, that generates like a response of some sort. And then Friday is a testimonial, a success story. A photo of a closing is always good on a Friday. So Monday motivation, what's that look like? It's a quote from your favorite author or your favorite speaker. Like I absolutely, you guys know me, I'm a huge Zig Ziglar guy, huge Napoleon Hill guy. Thomas Jefferson has some of the best quotes ever. You love the Tony Robbins stuff. Anything that kind of speaks to you, any quotes, and you can use whoever. Motivational quotes, regardless of religion or creed, are typically something that everybody tends to, or a good majority of your group will tend to relate to. Just keep it motivational and keep it positive. A video that inspires you is always good. Just make sure it's not one that ends like a sad story, and just videos that inspire you are always awesome. An image with a motivating message, like a picture of Bear Bryant saying, it's not the will to win that counts. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that makes you champions. That kind of thing. Make sure your comment on why it motivates you. So when you post like an image or something like that, make sure you're saying, hey, this quote always gets me going, or you want to support it in some way as to why, Monday is an opportunity day. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Don't let this week's opportunity slip by. I always get going. Monday's my favorite day to get my week started off right. Whatever you want to say. Make some sort of comment that supports what your motivational quote is, or what you're posting as your motivation for Monday, because that will encourage engagement on that. Tuesday, something funny, a funny story or a joke. Make it clean, guys. You don't want to offend anyone. a funny video, viral videos, you know, the ones that are always floating around. The ultimate dog tease is always a good one. Charlie bit my finger is one of the most famous. Ice bucket challenge fails are funny. They're kind of out of style now because the ice bucket challenge is a little far in the past, but those are always funny ones. A funny image or cartoon, especially if you can find one that is industry related. There is a artist out there. Now, he does charge for the use of his image, but I believe if you're like a subscriber, it's like $3. Is it $3 a quarter? I can't remember. It's $12 for the year, and you can have access. He does like 2 or 3 cartoons every week, and it's always either mortgage industry, real estate. It's always got to do with the real estate industry in a whole. And those are always funny. I mean, some of them are a little bit dry, but most of them are pretty good. I'll see if I can't find the information on his website and give that to you. That just jogged my memory when I was thinking about it because I was doing a search for a funny cartoon one time, and I came across his stuff. I'll see if I can't find that stuff. Make sure to keep it clean. If you wouldn't show it to your mom, don't post it. And I know some people still do this. I don't know what to tell you guys that still do this. No politics or religion. Some of you are doing both, and very one-sided in the way that that's entirely up to you. To me, I don't want to alienate half of my potential audience. You know, you never know what the political or religious stance of some of the people that you've done business with, the friends of people that you've done business with. That goes for both prospective, current referral partners, and especially for the past client stuff. Just, it's so easy to stay away from the political and religious stuff, guys. Why do it? All right, Wednesday is your chance for an industry update, and this is your chance to show yourself as an expert, to differentiate yourself as an expert or show your expertise. Any changes to popular programs that are going on. FHA just had a whole lot of opportunities recently to be able to sing from the mountaintops about the wonderful things that are going on with the FHA loans and the opportunities that it's going to create for first-time home buyer. That's great opportunities for you guys. I have no idea what HUD's Hawk is. I can't even remember where I heard that, but that's on there too. Niche programs, those are always good to talk about. You know, VA loans. Hey, veterans, did you know you can buy a home for no money down? Reverse mortgages. For those of you that do the 203Ks, streamline in full. We've talked about it several times before on this class specifically and on Fridays. We dedicated an entire day to it one time. Just the huge opportunity that is in the renovation loan program. It's just, and yes, they're difficult. There's a little few more hoops to jump through, but if you take all of your hoops and you put them in a row, jumping through them becomes very easy. So not highly engaged on, you know, don't look to make an industry update post. You don't make that post going into it thinking, ooh, you're going to get 1,000 people respond to you. You're not. I'm telling you straight up right now, you may get nobody respond to it. But it still is the branding, that personal branding that you're constantly doing with all of your groups of people. Remember, we talked about this. Everything you do is personal branding. Even that post carries that weight. It's buying that brain cell. It's reminding them that you're an expert in what you really do for a living. So even post that kind of stuff on your personal stuff. Okay, because there is legs to it. There is life in it, regardless of whether nobody engages with it or if you get massive engagement. Now, Thursday, and this comes directly from Facebook statistics, Thursday is by far the largest day of engagement on Facebook and the news feeds. More people are active and talking and communicating on Thursday. Maybe it's everybody planning what's going to happen for the weekend. I don't really know. That's the only logical answer to it. So on Thursdays, you're going to ask a question they would know the answers to. That's a great one for your referral partners because you want to allow them to show their expertise, and this is a good way to prompt them to do so on your dime, so to speak. Great for your prospect agents because this is going to get them to start wanting to engage with you and seeing that, hey, maybe, let me have a conversation. Let me show him I'm an expert. They all got an ego. Hey, real estate friends, what is the longest time a house stays on the market right now? That's a great question to ask right now, and everybody's going to have a little different opinion. Take a survey. Who can help me? Of these three, what gives you the best return? Print ads, direct mail, or social media ads? That's great for your partners and your prospect partners. Get them talking about what they're currently doing. So boom, you can swoop in, hey, did you know you can also do blah, 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 and you can be their hero. Are you marketing to your database as well? It doesn't cost as much as print, direct, or social media ads, but it gives you that opportunity. So post a fill-in-the-blank message is always a fun one to do. I always wanted to go and let people fill in, you'll generate engagement that way. Make sure to engage back with any comments. Start conversations. That's the purpose, is to generate as much engagement as possible. So when somebody prompts you or comments back or answers your question, I find direct mail to be the most effective in my business. Oh, well, tell me why, Sean. Tell me why direct mail's been so effective for you. I'm changing my ways. Met an agent when I went to add him to Facebook. I looked at his page. His post showed we are not like-minded. He does 12 transactions a year. My bet if he saw some of my posts that would be it. In the end, it is not worth it. So, and I'm assuming, Bill, you're talking about some of the political posts that I've seen. And that's okay. You know what? And my example wasn't, you weren't my example that I was speaking of earlier, but that's exactly the thing that I'm talking about, is that there's a real estate agent that, whether he's posting the political stuff or not, that's not for you to decipher. Those are the posts that you avoid engaging with. You only engage when he posts about dinner with the wife, or the home run Joey hit. But that's the point exactly, is that, these things that you put on your page, they're there. And, an agent that may be a good fit for you business-wise, maybe not, maybe you guys don't see eye to eye politically, but you'd be a good fit business-wise. But based on, if you did connect with him on a friend basis, and he went over and decided to check out your wall, he'd be like, oh, this guy, oh, he's an idiot. And you're going to his wall thinking, oh, my gosh, this guy's an idiot, right? I mean, that's just, people are too passionate about our own personal views politically. And when you're looking to generate business-type engagement, and look, the reality of it is we didn't have Facebook 15 years ago. We all did business, right? Is there anybody on here that wasn't in business 15 years ago or doing things 15 years ago without Facebook? We all had it. And so if we want to have a conversation or tell a cool story about, about the State of the Union address and how you felt it came across, call up your friend and talk to him about it like you did in the old days. Or make a blog that's just about that, so you can put it out there and share with specific people, or make a list. Here's a good one to do, Bill. I'm going to show you a ninja trick in just a minute, but you can make a list that is only you put a list together and you call the list My Political Friends. And you put that list together and you create a news feed just for those political friends, and then I'm going to show you a cool, wait till my last ninja trick that I show you in just a minute, Bill. You're going to love it. It's going to be perfect, and you can continue to share those things that you feel strongly about politically, but only share them with those people that you know are like-minded. Does that make sense? All right, so Thursday, we got Thursday covered. We're going to dive into Friday now. Friday is testimonial success story. That's your proof, guys. The proof is in the pudding. That's always the case. The proof is in the pudding. So testimonials are huge proof, especially in a social arena. People like to see that other people were satisfied with your services. right? Everybody wants to see happy customers smiling. Oh, this was such a great experience. Held my hand throughout the whole thing. I never had a question because it was always answered before the question came up. Thank you so much, Peggy, for being so diligent and holding my hand through this. Ask clients past and present to post on your wall. Tell them, yeah, hey, would you mind posting a little something on my wall about today's closing? Active users, people who were active on Facebook, they'll be more than glad to do so. Ask agent partners to post on your wall after the closing. Offer to post on their wall as well. Hey, what a great closing I just had with Agent McFreddy, or Freddie McRealty. Freddie is so awesome with the clients. Thank you so much again for allowing me to be part of this, and congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Wilson on getting the keys to a brand new home. If you don't have a testimonial to post, tell a success story, and it does not have to be a recent success story. With your success stories, leave names out. Don't tag people in your success stories, especially if they're a little bit older, because you don't want that person hopping in and going, yeah, I remember that 3 years ago when we did that. You don't do that to yourself. So it's okay to tell the story that's 3 years old. Just don't give correct names to, and kind of modern it up a little bit, if you will. To tell success stories about particularly tough deals. Those are going to generate a lot of engagement, especially with the agents who will say, wow, where were you when I had one of those, kind of thing. Now you can send them a message, hey, I'm right here. You ever get one of those again, you call me, okay? That's a lot of what this engagement stuff is going to create is private messaging, especially on the past client stuff. You'll get a lot of private messaging. Social proof is the most valuable tool to woo new clients and show partners and prospective partners proof on how you're different. That's the day that you get to kind of show them the proof in the pudding. So, that's kind of the formula there. Monday is motivational, Tuesday is funny, Wednesday is update, Thursday is engage, Friday is proof in the pudding. So how do you automate this whole thing? You can use Google Alerts and set your alerts so that you never have to search for the information or come up with something witty on your own. Just set these alerts and let it come to you. Just let Google do it for you. So you go to Google Alerts, so you search Google Alerts, the first link, google.com/alerts, or you can go directly to it, google.com/alerts. When you go there, it's going to come up to this. Now, if you're not logged in to your Google account when you do this, you're not going to do it the same way. So get logged into your Google account. In Alerts, you've got the section here. You just start searching for what you want. So motivational quotes, that's for Monday, right? So under motivational quotes, it starts bringing me up results. Now the next thing you want to do is always show options for each one of your alerts. You want to set the options for each specific alert. I want motivational quotes, but I don't want the motivational quotes coming from all over the world. I don't want there's some that I just don't want, to be frank with you. And so I change my region to the United States. I don't need motivational quotes once a day. I just need them once a week. So give me an alert once a week that gives me a quote a week that I can deal with. Perfect. And only want the best results, create alert. When you create alert, you go through and you create the next one. Funny real estate. Set that alert. Again, that one, funny real estate, I don't care if that one's from all over the world. There's nothing offensive to me. Yeah, I think some of the stuff I've seen from Australia real estate commercials are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. So good stuff. Mortgage news, again, I narrowed that down to the United States because I only want, if they do, Canada just had a major mortgage rate decrease or interest rate decrease. That's fantastic, but I do loans in Florida, so not really something that I need, so I block all that stuff out. I just want to focus in on the stuff in the United States. And so I've set my alerts, and now I'm going to get an alert every time that happens. And that brings us to my last little ninja trick of the day. Make a post that is only seen by the people in a specific list you've created. Bill, this is the one, this is what you're talking about being able to do. You can still engage with those, with the things that you care about. Create a list of like-minded individuals and then follow this ninja trick right here. So what you're going to do is just kind of type a post just like you would normally type a post. You just start typing it in. Hey, check out this cool thing. Great news for first-time home buyers. Make sure to find out if you can get the buyer tax credit. And then down here, just beside the post button, it says public. Now, here's the cool thing about it. If you click it one time, it shows you public or friends, right? Only your friends can see it or public. Most people think those are the only two options. Well, if you click more options, guess what you get? All of the lists that you've created show up in the more options. So if I only want my past clients to see this, or I only want my prospect agents to see this, or I only want Bill, my political friends, to see this, I could post that, and only those people on that list are going to see that information or see that post. Make sense? And that keeps you from running into those sticky situations. I don't want to have posted all over my Facebook wall, get rid of all the Muslims, blah, 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 and then I get a lead from an agent. I go to friend him, and lo and behold, going to the mosque tomorrow, can't wait. I don't want to, I may feel that way. I may post that to a handful of friends, but I don't need to share that all the way over the whole world. And that kind of, so I've heard it said before, people that want to keep keep things private on their Facebook. This keeps private the things that you want to keep private, but allows you to still share the things that you're passionate about. So, all right, use these tools to deliver your personal brand, create real relationships, and yes, I do mean create real relationships on Facebook, and close more loans. That is it for today's presentation. Now, the big thing, and I think that the big thing that everybody needs to know is the easiest ways to add your new friends, to add people. So you've got a brand new client, or a brand new real estate agent, or whatever it is, or you want to friend up with a brand new real estate agent. I'm going to go through this in real time. So I'm going to head over to Real Trends. I'm going to go to ranking. I'm going to go to agents. I'm going to go to America's Best. I'm going to go to beautiful sunny Florida. I'm going to come all up in here. And let's see, Sarasota, Florida. Bill Howell did 401 sides. Wow. So let's check out Bill Howell real quick here. So I got old Bill over here. Oh, is he the broker with Hook and Ladder Realtor? He's the Hook and Ladder guy. He's got, basically, he caters. He has created one of the coolest niches in Sarasota. I've actually heard of this guy. He's called Hook and Ladder Realty. And what that basically, he is an ex-firefighter that got into real estate. And if there is a public servant within a tri-county area, he gets their listing. He has branded himself as the go-to guy for firefighters, policemen, EMTs, nurses, teachers. He is that Homes for Hero kind of guy, way before Homes for Hero kind of guy was famous. He started that years and years and years ago. So let's check him out. Let's find Bill Howell. So I'm going to come up here to my Facebook, and in my search, I'm going to look for Bill Howell. Is he in here? Let me move my stuff. Okay, I need some Florida going on with it. Bill Howell, Florida. Don't see him in there. So I'm going to change up my view and I'm going to go search. And I need to go people. So now I'm looking at all these. Broker owner at Hook and Ladder Realty, there he is right there. Right? So now I can just simply click add friend from right here if I want to add him as a friend. If you want to check him out first before you add him as a friend, let's see who he is. See, we got one mutual friend, which is Kimberly Thurman. I know her. She's a real estate agent. What else we got? He's pretty guarded on his stuff here. He's not showing me how many friends he's got. Let's see, is it going to show me a number? No, it is not. So he's kind of guarded on how many friends he's got. So he's kind of keeping his Facebook a little bit more private, but it's a simple thing to simply request the friendship. So there is the top, what is it, top? So Jacksonville St. Cloud, the number 3 guy in Florida, is right here, and I'm able to send him a quick, real easy, quick friend request, right? Now, here's a cool thing I need to do. What if I go over to Kimberly? Kimberly has 4,868 friends. 9 of them are mutual. You're in Florida, right, Kimberly? Okay, I know who Kimberly is. So I can go through her friend list. Not mutual, all. And once I get past all the mutual friends, now I'm looking at real estate agents and loan officers. Like there's Chris Bates, there's, I mean, I can find people that would be a good fit. Boom, so now I could friend him. So it's real easy to add. Now here's a cautionary note. Attaboy Christian. Cautionary note. Do not sit there and friend request 50, 60, 70, 80 people a day. Don't just sit there and do that all day over and over and over and over. What will happen if you do that is Facebook will suspend your account. Let me repeat that. Do not sit there and friend over and over and over. Make it a point, 10 a day. Realistically, you do more than 10 a day, you're adding a large number of friends and keeping them added to lists. That's a full-time job. You're not going to want to spend much more time than that. So make it a rule of thumb, do about 10 a day, no more. Okay? If you do more, I'm cautioning you now, you'll get your account suspended and you'll be off of Facebook literally for like 2 weeks. Maybe longer. All right, boys and girls, that is it for today's program. Hope you learned a little something. I absolutely loved teaching it. I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me for the last hour. Ooh, look, see? There's Ryan Ricard. That's my buddy right there. He is a great real estate agent. He posts. He's very active on Facebook too, and just kind of posts his listings and shares them everywhere. And then he's very active in liking other people's stuff too. So, guys, girls, thank you again for hanging out with us. We certainly appreciate it, and we will see you right back here, same time, same channel tomorrow. Oop, question popped in before I go. I would love that, Bill. That would be awesome. That would be excellent. All right, my friend, have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye. See you all tomorrow. Bye.